Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Diplomatic Seed. I'm your host Loïca, and I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for pressing play, thank you for being curious, and thank you for just showing up. This podcast has lived in my heart for so many years, and I'm grateful and excited to see that we are finally live. Diplomatic Seed is a space where diplomacy meets storytelling, where people voice are centered, and where people experience shape the global narrative. But before we dive into conversation, interviews, case studies, let's start by the beginning, which is with the seed. So you will ask me, why the name Diplomatic Seed? I think it's only fair that I start by presenting myself. So I came from Gabon to Houston in December 2018. I hold a bachelor degree in business administration and a concentration in international business and a master degree in diplomacy and strategic affairs. So you can see that the word diplomatic really reflects my academic background. But I don't only see diplomacy as just high level meeting or impressive summit. I see diplomacy as human connection, storytelling, and daily choices that we make to build bridges and a seed. The seed is, this word is so profound because it's a very small thing, but can hold everything: purpose, transformation, and a vision. And as an African student living in the US, I've often felt like a seed, underlooked, underestimated, but full of life and possibility. And this is why this space is for us. This space is to plant new ideas, nurture truth, and grow a new kind of dialogue rooted in integrity, vision, and legacy. Let me be real with you. I didn't create diplomacy because I wanted to talk policy. I created it because I was tired of hearing the same voices dominate conversation about diplomacy. I created it because I wanted a space where young and more experienced people can participate into conversation and shape other with their expertise. A space where diplomacy isn't reduced to politics, but extended to purpose, memory, and culture. I've been in rooms where I felt like my voice was too soft and my background was too inconsistent, but I had some bold questions. And I realized that if I feel this way, other people do too. So this podcast is for us, for the people that succeed in classroom, consulates, embassies, communities, for anyone who wants to understand diplomacy beyond what they see on the news. Here, we honor emotional intelligence, soft power, and representation because diplomacy isn't about strategy, but it's about representation. It's about a story. I realized that this podcast was never just an idea when I was transitioning from business administration to diplomacy and strategic affairs. Before embracing this journey, I did what most of us do, so I searched. I looked online for testimonies, for people's stories, for voices that was reflecting my experience. I wanted to see the real people on the field, not talking about policy or news, but just sharing their experience. But you know what? I couldn't find anything on the platform that we use today or on the channel that we where we consume daily information. And at that moment, I realized that there was a missing piece in our education system that no classes had offered us yet. That's when it hits me. We need more than access to institution. We need access to stories. We need access to people journey that will make you feel that this path is actually possible. So what can you expect from Diplomatic Seed? This podcast is for everyone, regardless of your background, your gender, your career path, whether you're a student or professional, or someone just curious about the world. Trust me, you have a space here. We already love you. Some episode will be solo where I will just you and me. I'll be reflecting on some themes like soft power, identity, or navigating international spaces as someone who doesn't always fit the traditional mold. Other episodes will feature guests, people in diplomacy, business, tech, voices with something meaningful to share, people that are actually changing the system, shaping the culture, and living diplomacy a way that don't always make the headline. Because diplomatic seed is about all of us. Those who believe that diplomacy isn't just reserved for the elites, and those who believe that they are ready to blend something meaningful. Before we end this conversation, I really want to leave you with a question. What seed are you planting? Maybe it's a dream you've been scared to say out loud. Maybe it's a conversation you've been avoiding, or maybe it's a desire to just show up more boldly in your space. Whatever it is, name it, nurture it, and give it light. Because everything big starts small, every revolution starts with a whisper, and every diplomat was once a dream. Thank you for listening to the very first episode of Diplomatic Seed. If this episode spoke to you, please share, comment, subscribe, and give us energy. Give us like a good feeling. You can follow our journey on Instagram via Diplomatic Seed Podcast, and I'm ready to receive you, y'all. And thank you again. More episodes are coming up, and stay tuned.